Hi everyone. Today we are going to start a new topic which is new product development. But before understanding this, we need to understand what actually a product is. That is the basic concept of a product. So, if I ask you what can be called a product, so the answer would be maybe a laptop, a chair, that is all the things which are having physical existence. But is that really so? If you are thinking yes, then you are wrong. Actually, a product can be any tangible or intangible item. So we have seen various ads of places of tourism being promoted by certain celebrities. So, what is that? The place is a product in this case. Why? Because it is being marketed, it is being promoted so that people visit the place and travel the place, right? So, anything can be a product. And we have also heard about various trade fairs, literature festivals being organized in various places. So that is an event, but it is eventually a product for the company because it is something which is marketed. It is something which will be visited by the visitors and people, right? So anything can be a product, be it an idea, concept, place, person, okay? And one more thing, a product is having an exchange value also. So, what does this mean? It means that it commands a price, meaning it can be exchanged for a price. It is something that is beneficial or useful for the customer. So, as I said, it has the ability to satisfy the needs of the customer. Yes, because he will be using it to fulfill his task. Okay, so a product is anything which is valuable to the customer, for which he or she is willing to pay something. Okay, and it can either be tangible or can be intangible also, right? Now, when I talk about the process of new product development, we need to understand first is what is exactly required to finally give shape to the product. That is, it has to go through a process, right? So the first one is idea generation. Yes, so before giving the final shape to a product, we have to think what new product can be developed, what is that which would be beneficial for the customer, what is that which will be useful to the customer, which will be liked by the customer, right? So new ideas need to be generated. So how can we generate new and creative ideas? Yes, we can do brainstorming. What happens in this technique? Basically, people are asked to generate as many ideas as they can. And then those ideas are basically analyzed. And finally, filtration is done and they are certain ideas are chosen also. Now, forced relationship is also one of the techniques. What happens in this? After the generation of the ideas are seen in pair, and then a new concept or a new product altogether is imagined, right? So, similarly, there are many other techniques of idea generation, and finally, certain ideas are chosen also. Okay, so idea screening. In idea screening, various ideas are filtered and shortlisted finally. Okay, we short among many ideas that we have generated, we need to shortlist certain good ideas which are actually important for the customer and which will be liked by him or her, right? Now coming on to concept development and testing. See, after we have shortlisted the ideas, we need to imagine things from the perspective of the customer. That is, we have to imagine what all will be liked by the customer in this, or what should be included in this, so that the customer likes our product, so that he or she wishes to purchase the same from the market, right? So here a detailed description from the customer's point of view is made, and then testing is also done. What is this? It is basically asking customers to see or test, use the product as a demo. They are asked whether they like or not, then the further process is carried on. So after taking customers view, the further process is carried on. Now the fourth stage is a very important stage. It is basically the stage of formulating various strategies. See, we all know the various elements of marketing mix, right? Like pricing, promotion, distribution, product itself. So here we decide about various pricing strategies, promotion strategies, etc. Now, when I talk about pricing, we need to now think what should be the price of the cost of the product. Okay, we have to keep everything in mind. We have to keep all our stakeholders, be it our customers, be it our shareholders, be it our suppliers, every party in mind, competitors especially in mind before and fixing up the price. So the marketer uses variety of strategies. Some of them could be penetrative pricing. Here the price is kept low in the beginning and then increased. Okay, then after that we can also use skimming pricing policy. What is it? What is this? In this, the price is kept at high first. That is, this is actually done for all those products which are differentiated, meaning those products which are better than others. Apple usually follows this strategy because it is the market leader of the smartphones, right? It has its own superior operating system, iOS. You all must be knowing. Okay, so this was about the pricing strategy. Then promotion strategy is also formed. What is under promotional strategies? Basically, the various offers that are needed to be given, like cashbacks, discounts, rebates. That is, some amount is refunded after a certain time. Then the most important place, which is the distribution part, we have to distribute the product also to the customer, right? So we have to find the right logistics partners. Logistics companies are those basically who store and transport your goods all the way to the middleman or to eventually the customer. Okay, so these are basically all the strategies which are used in this stage, and it's a very, very important stage in the product development process. Now comes is the actual stage of making the product, giving it a final shape. Okay, so here the product is manufactured. Now the sixth stage talks about test marketing. See, what happens in this? The product is launched but at a smaller scale, meaning that it is launched in a selected market, not the entire market. So, after this stage is successful, we come to know that the customer is liking the product. We launch it, we rather commercialize it. So, last stage is commercialization. Here, the product is launched in a wide market, that is entirely it is launched in the, we can say, entire country. Okay, so this is the last stage of product development process. So what did we understand from all this? That before coming into existence, a product has to go through many stages. It is after careful contemplation and analysis that the product is given the final shape. Now, let us practice certain MCQs which are very important from your exam's point of view. So, the question is, what cannot be a product? See, a camera, idea, mineral water, none of the above. So, as we discussed, everything can be a product, right? Which can be marketed. Everything which can be marketed is a product. So what is the answer of this question? It is none of the above, because we have studied that everything which has a value for the customer, okay, which customer thinks that will be useful for him or her, can be a product. Okay, so the answer would be none of the above. Now, coming on to the next question, in which stage of product development the 4 P's of marketing are used? So we have discussed all the 4 P's of marketing. Now let us answer this question. So options are A, commercialization, B, test marketing, C, strategy formulation, and D, idea generation. So yes, you are right, strategy formulation is the answer, because as I discussed, in this stage we formulate various strategies and they are according to the 4 P's of marketing, like pricing, promotion, okay, distribution or place, the product itself, right? So we focus on the strategies part in this stage. So the correct answer would be strategy formulation for this question.